Well, my Lords, reference has been made during the debate to the International Relations and Defence Select Committee report on Afghanistan, which was published in January. Negligently, its prescient recommendations and conclusions have never been debated. That report excoriated the government for showing, I quote, little inclination to exert an independent voice and criticised the US for undermining NATO unity. It warned that troop withdrawal runs contrary to the UK's objective of securing a durable, negotiated settlement which had the potential to further destabilise the security situation in Afghanistan. So let no one suggest that no one foresaw or that no one predicted the consequences. And as we look to the future, my Lords, we now need to belatedly seek an urgent strengthening of a coordinated and coherent NATO approach. This must surely include a united response rejecting the international recognition of the legitimacy which the Taliban craves, but is likely to be given by China, Russia and Pakistan. Such recognition should never be given while female university students, women journalists and the 250 women judges and minorities like the Hazaras and Christians go, like countless others, in fear of their lives. As Afghanistan now becomes a global terrorist academy and they give sanctuary, training and funding to terror groups, we must also steadfastly ignore the Taliban's public relations insistence that they are not labelled as terrorists. The Select Committee pointed to Taliban links to Al-Qaeda and to the Haqqani network and called for an urgent review of the Home Office failure, unlike other Five Eyes countries, to include Islamic State Khorasan province on its list of prescribed terrorist organisations. Hussein Haqqani, Pakistan's former distinguished ambassador to the United States and who gave evidence to the Select Committee, said this week, "What is happening in Kabul will not stay in Kabul. Radical Islamists, armed with the powerful narrative of driving out two superpowers through jihad, will challenge the American-led order across much of the Muslim world." And as we've heard in this debate, notably from the noble Lord Hannam, but also my noble friend, the noble gallant Lord Stirrup, we should note the recent pact made between the Taliban and the Chinese Communist Party, and which undoubtedly now threatens Taiwan. My Lord, 60% of Afghanistan's economy is made up of aid. Will we follow Germany and make aid conditional on no revenge killings, no imprisonment of political opponents, girls' schools remaining open? And how will that aid be channeled through reputable NGOs to ensure it isn't embezzled by the Taliban? My Lords, when will we sever the money supply to the Taliban through their opium wards, which provide 65% of its income and accounts for 95% of heroin on British streets? The Taliban often say, "You have the clocks, we have the time." We still need to prove them wrong.